Here we go!
Hey, what's up everyone? GamerBlake90 here, and you all are watching the conclusion to my playthrough series of Sonic 3D Blast in 2D, or Sonic 3D in 2D for short, a 2D remaking of the game by Sodanuk. And in this video, we are checking out the final stage of the game, as soon as I smash that badnik, which is flying right in my face like that, and that is the Panic Puppet Zone, which is essentially a reworked version of the pastime palette to Wacky Workbench from Sonic CD, mixed with what I think is an asset taken from one of the multiplayer stages in Sonic 3, which made use of these cranes. At least I think that's what it was. I just can't remember what exactly that stage was called. Because whenever I play Sonic 3, I never really touch the multiplayer stages anymore, because what's the point in it if you don't have a playmate, you know? But here we are in Panic Puppet, the closing stage to the entire game, and it's been a fun journey from start to finish, but in this video we're going to be closing all of it out. And because I have all 7 Chaos Emeralds too, which I got from a quick replaying of the game before I got my thumbnail made for Volcano Valley, we'll be seeing the good ending. And it also made me realize I neglected to mention a Detailosauros when I was talking about Super Sonic, and it's that in the original Sonic 3D Blast, Super Sonic was nowhere to be found, even if you collected all the Chaos Emeralds. Which raised my eyebrow the second I realized that as a child. For Super Sonic to have been so noticeable in Sonic 3, along with super forms of the characters, I don't know why Sega would all of a sudden start to go away from the concept of including the super forms in the middle of gameplay. But this fan game corrects that mistake, and it leads me to hope that Super Sonic will be involved in some way in the final boss, which, as I might as well go ahead and say it, is definitely a remaster of the final boss seen in the original Sonic 3D Blast, just like all the Act 2 bosses that we've seen up until this point. Well, all of them except for the Panic Puppet boss, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm relatively certain will follow a similar pattern. As for the Act 1 bosses, apparently they all served as references to figures gleaned from past Sonic games. From Silver Sonic on the Game Gear, to Fang the Sniper from Sonic Triple Trouble, the Tails doll from somewhere. Again, I forget where that one came. Maybe it was in Sonic R as well? And then there was a 2D version of E102 Gamma. Then in Volcano Valley, you had Mecha Knuckles. Finally in Gene Gadget, you had a collection of Metal Sonic prototypes, including I almost said Super. Silver Sonic, Mecha Sonic, the regular Metal Sonic, and the bigger Silver Sonic seen in Sonic 2, but the 5th prototype was one that escaped my recognition. I feel like I've seen it before, I just couldn't quite put my finger on where exactly it came from. Still, this fan game served as a perfect opportunity to call out to pieces of Sonic lore left and right while staying faithful to the original 3D Blast in a 2D format. Which is why this fan game will always get a huge thumbs up from me if anyone ever asks me what my thoughts are on it. And hopefully I'll have a complete review of the game to provide soon, but for now, let's race towards that finish line. And in fact, I could go Super if I wanted, but like I said before, I don't want to, like, you know, completely kill the vibe of the playthrough by just speeding through everything. I want to show this game off in its entirety, or as much of it as I can, so we're going to refrain from that. But the convenient thing about going Super Sonic in this game is that the button to transform is mapped to a button other than the jump button, which is very, very good to know because it allowed me to make use of the Insta-Shield without suddenly sacrificing it whenever I get the Chaos Emeralds. Kind of one of the few errors that stood out in Sonic 3 was, on occasion, it was inescapable to go Super Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles when you wanted to invoke a double jump ability instead. Anyways, let's talk about Panic Puppet. It was certainly a challenging final level in Sonic 3D Blast, and I imagine it won't be any different here, but so far it's been relatively smooth sailing. We haven't really run into anything that's given us trouble. Huh? What, the propellers have a hitbox? You gotta be kidding me. And I had a shield too, and now I've lost it. I didn't jump in time. Well, I seem to have jinxed myself. This is what we call commentator's curse. Oh, that's right, Blake. I think we're doing just fine in this stage, aren't we? Haven't run into any problems at all. And then this happens. Didn't that Saw Blade come from Scrap Brain as well? It doesn't surprise me if that's the case because we've seen Scrap Brain assets in Gene Gadget as well. Speaking of Gene Gadget, I noticed a lot of you definitely liked my playthrough of that stage, and I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll like my playthrough of Panic Puppet just as much, especially when we get to the very final boss of the game, which will probably bunch in with this stage when I do post the video. But similar to Sonic After the Sequel, I didn't decide how I'm going to do that yet, not until like the very last second. I did decide to split that part of the playthrough for After the Sequel into 2 videos, one each for Storm Station Zone and Dream Dance Zone, and I may or may not do likewise in this instance, but you'll know soon enough. Shoot. Okay, get my rings back. Give me back my money! I'm not trying to get sliced up like butter. Oh, a homing attack shield! That's definitely going to come in handy. You know, these stages feel relatively huge. Oh shoot, I hit an Eggman monitor. That's the last thing that you want to do. And now I just lost my shield. Again. Like a fool. Oh, gotta hurry. I don't want to get carried up into that spike bed. Are you kidding me? Well, again, one of the disadvantages of playing on a small screen like this is not being able to react in time to badness that come off screen. It's why it ultimately boils down to memorization from playing the Sonic levels over and over. Just like the special stages, which I previously complained about, but as it turns out, the saving grace to them was that just like 3D Blast, the numbers of rings that you could find all the special stages were enormously huge, which balanced out the fact that they came in pretty fast and left me with like less than a split second's time to react to them. Also, be very wary of those ground mines. You do not want to get bombed in the slightest. Like these right here. The little purple devices that are plastered to the ground, be very careful of those. Again, I feel like I've seen this this art style for the platforms involving the cranes and whatnot. I just can't put my finger on which stage they came from for some reason. And you wouldn't think that to be all too likely to hear coming from me, given how big a fan I am of Sonic, but I guess sometimes some things escape my memory. Probably due to how little or how much time I spend on each part of the franchise, you know? Regardless, we go super again if we wanted, and for this section, we'll need to use momentum taken off our spin dash to get ourselves up there. There we go. We made that jump just right. Woo! I am so excited to see what the At-1 boss is gonna be for Panic Puppet. It'll most likely be the last reference to another Sonic game, other than a classic game, that we've ever seen. I kinda wish the original 3D Blast made these references, but at the same time, it was made at a point in the series' lifespan when the games that came after it, like Sonic Adventure, hadn't been made yet. So were that the case, we'd have seen Gamma in 1996 after beating Diamond Dust Zone. Still, it makes you wonder about a lot of what-if scenarios, doesn't it? Okay, I believe from the way this part of the stage is looking, we're closing in on the Act 1 boss, which seems to be a twin of the Death Egg Act 2 boss. It's got a capsule inside it. Oh, what, huh? Are we about to go into... Why is Sonic going off screen? Tails? Bro! Whoa, oh. Yo! Alright, I recognize what this is. This is just like Marble Garden in Sonic 3. Do I damage him by... No, I don't damage him by jumping on top of him. But I do damage him by hitting that little protrusion that comes out from right behind the boss right after you dodge his laser attack. And if Sonic goes off screen, Tails swoops back down to pick him up. Really nice! Of all the references I was expecting, this definitely wasn't one of them. I wonder, could I score more than one hit after the initial instance of damaging him? Could I? No, unfortunately I can't. And most likely I can't touch the those green gems from which the lasers are coming either. Crap. Luckily you bounce off him like a bumper ball. Rather than get hurt, you try to attack the boss himself. Somebody tell me it won't be all that difficult though. And this is kind of a nice break from the usual trend I've developed where I struggle with the At-1 boss, spending lives even, until I finally do figure out how to take down the boss. Except we're down to less than a minute worth of time, so we need to be quick about it. There we go. I still don't get why the time does not... Oh my God, I spoke way too soon. I spoke way too soon? We got 40 seconds left. Can we pull this off in the nick of time? Please let me... Sonic, you don't pick that... Oh no! Commentator's curse strikes again! Yikes. And the timer didn't reset either, so we need to be quick about it. I should have known something was up when the first phase to this boss felt a little easier than usual. Given my typical trend of struggling against the At-1 bosses to the point of spending lives until I finally do beat them. I should have known that there were strings attached. Alright, so we have to take this guy out again. Thank goodness I didn't get hit. There we go. First hit secured. Come on, Tails. Don't let me down. Literally. One. Oh, come on. Back me back over there so I can hit it more than once, please. Stupid bumper physics. Come on, Sonic. Ooh, you can score more than one hit. You just had to jump back to Tails first and then do your work. Makes sense. Can I do it, though? Yes, I can. And we're gonna save ourselves a lot of time for phase 2. No, 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 no! Now we have to do it with no rings. This has got 10 times more stressful. I had to make that jump. I wasn't gonna get out of there otherwise. Come on, come on, come on. Crap, I missed it. And we'll be back to having only 1 minute to figure this out. Tails, come on, get me up there, get me up there. Come on, Tails! Alright, now we just have 1 minute to beat the phase 2 boss. And we're just gonna get drilled to death instead. Bruh. Alright, Blake, the next time you feel the urge to say that something seems way easier than it should, you may want to just shut your mouth. Okay? Yeah, it's odd to see me having a conversation with myself on commentary. Deal with it!
Drill!
I wasn't ready for that drill projectile. Well, that's 3 lives spent. The downside to getting hit while in the Marble Garden style for a boss battle, I'll just say, is that you don't have any opportunity to pick your rings back up if you take damage, so you really can't afford to screw up. Or it could cost you big time, as you're seeing for yourself. Also, I may have miscounted. I think I actually spent 4 lives instead of 3 trying to take care of this boss. Maybe it was a failsafe built into the game that would keep me from dying off screen against the lasers! That one was way too far high up for me to fly over it. Alright guys, get those fail counters ready. I think we're at 4 or 5. I don't really care. Projectile. Tails! I did not want you to catch me. I wanted you to...
Drill!
Do anything that would involve saving me from getting drilled to death. What?!
Drill!
I held down the second those drills came out, and I got hit.
Drill!
I should have known jumping was a bad idea.
Drill!
Ah, so it tracks me and then it fires. I hate how it cost me another life to figure out that minor detail, but at least I learned something. But I'm really worried about my life counter. It's at 3 now. That was my answer. Why do I keep trying to hit him from behind? I can't do that. Maybe it's the pressure of a time limit.
Laser!
So we have a laser attack to worry about as well. Of course we have a laser attack to worry about. Less than 30 seconds. I don't know if I can do this, but I will try. That is...
Drill!
For sure. 2 hits left. Oh god, 20 seconds. Tails! I really don't know if I can do this. I can't do this. 10 seconds left. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And he had 1 hit left, so he does take 8 hits to beat, just like the first phase. This is going beyond reasonable and into the realm of absurdity. I'm not gonna die there. How did I manage did you get a hit while I was in a falling animation? I don't understand, but... I don't understand what happened. What is going on?
Drill!
You I don't know. Now, let's try this again. Good catch, Tails. Drill projectile.
Drill!
Go for the attack. 2 hits. And now we have less than a minute. I kinda thought Tails would catch me there, but it's alright, it's alright. 5 hits. This might be the one, boys. Here comes the cannon, right? I figured.
Laser!
I'm not gonna push my luck. I don't want to lose my rings.
Drill!
Tails, do not mess this up for me right now. Drill projectile.
Drill!
We did it! Ha ha! We did it. And, oh wait. The clock actually stopped? Or did it stop because of the transition to, that's why the clock stopped. Because of the transition back to the ground, right after you finally beat that boss, but Jesus. I cannot believe it took a game over to beat the first act. Oh god, Tails? Oh right, because we're going through the whole game as Knuckles! What's up? Also, Knuckles give me a lift in the second act. What a homie! Woo! Salvation! At last, huh? Okay, I have never seen this recolor to Pastime Wacky Workbench before, but that looks like something else. Oh man, these corkscrews. Hello, Metropolis Zone, you were most certainly not missed. But yo, that background, bruh. Does that give you the feeling that it's supposed to inspire hope in you or something like that? From the fact that the sky went from pink to blue? And the mountains look a lot more majestic. So we need a fire shield to break through this barricade. Thank you for putting that there, Sodanuk. That was super appreciated. Woo! So here we are on Panic Puppet Act 2. It took a game over, but we have persevered. Well, started persevering anyway. We're not quite done with the game yet. And holy crap, I've been recording for almost 50 minutes! You wouldn't know that much though, cause I'll definitely be editing this video so it doesn't take nearly that long. I let you bear witness to a good number of my fail attempts, including the game over. But I would appreciate if y'all let me save some of my dignity. Anyway, Panic Puppet Act 2, good god. I know I've had a horrible trend against the Act 1 boss throughout the entire game, but that was just ridiculous, bro. And for some reason, the Act 2 bosses don't feel nearly as much of a struggle in comparison to the Act 1 bosses. In fact, the only Act 2 boss I may have lost lives to was the one in Spring Stadium. The rest were... Oh, no, Volcano Valley and Spring Stadium. But in the case of Volcano Valley, that was because of a time over. Should we count that one? Up to you. Anyway, Panic Puppet Act 2. I definitely remember Panic Puppet as a whole being a pain to deal with in 3D Blast, and I'm not talking about the bosses. Well, specifically anyway. They definitely played a part in it, but dear lord, that state was merciless. Like, much like some of the Badnik placements in this fan game, there were a lot of dick moves in the original 3D Blast, and I suppose Sodanuk is just sticking to tradition. I can't fault him for that. And we lost our fire shield. We may need it again to break down more barricades, but so far we haven't come by anything like that. Oh, I had to wait for a platform to come over to my side before I made it across. The product of impatience. Whoa, go back down. I'm not in the mood to get crushed. I'm just glad that the game gave me back my 10 lives after I got that game over. Might have been because I reset the game instantly after I got that game over, so I could get the lives back. If I went back into it with just 3 lives, I would have probably been like, you know what, I give up. Except, we're Blue Blurs, and we're not known for giving up. That will not do at all. At all. Okay, we're 3 minutes in. Hopefully we have more than enough time left on the clock to take on the boss battle. Okay, so first we had Rain and Gene Gadget, and now we have Water and Panic Puppet. Man, this guy really let loose his imagination, but I respect that. Okay, let's come up here. So far we're not getting bopped nearly as bad, but the last time I said that, I started getting bopped harder than just a tap on the wrist. But yeah. Anyway, let me stop whining and just try to talk about this stage. Like I said, it definitely feels packed with a lot of dick moves, as you would expect from a final stage. But it's certainly made for a fascinating change in atmosphere in comparison to the last handful of final stages seen before 3D Blast happened, because most of them took place in like either the sky or outer space. Panic Puppet, on the other hand, took place, I think, underground on board an island. It is no, it's not the boss yet. It feels like we're getting close to it, but oh, almost got crushed there. It feels like we're getting close to it, though. If the way this layout is going is anything to go by. Also, I might as well let you all know now, but after I finish with Sonic 3D and 2D, I will be revisiting a fan game I previously played, and that is Sonic After the sequel. Exactly why, well, as it would turn out, there was something about that game that I had yet to show off, and I am not talking about the Chaos Emerald special stages. I'm talking about something else entirely. But you'll know when that video so happens to come up. Also, what is... Oh! Okay, I know what this is. This is a remake of the boss in 3D Blast after all. Oh. Alright, that time that was me being clumsy. I'm not even going to blame the boss. Just like in 3D Blast, you have to go underneath the, these arms. Why am I getting hit so much? Aside from me being completely stupid. What the heck? After I hit the weak point on the side of the boss, it's propelling me toward the arm. Is that what's going on? That must have been what's going on. And the problem is, that cost me all my rings except for one. And yo! The Sonic 3 final boss theme, bruh! How appropriate! Thank you so much for blessing our ears with this, Sononux. I appreciate it. Big time. One of the best boss themes, hands down, in Sonic history. Okay, this boss, I probably can't go too aggressive on. I have to, lead the Fire Blast around the stage for a bit before I go in for the attack. The problem is, those, glowing orbs on the side of the boss's body will not be vulnerable for very long. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, that ring actually came bouncing back? I didn't know that. I don't know if I can pull this off, but... Okay, I got another hit, but I still don't know if I can pull this off. Wish me luck! I really don't know if I can do this. But like I said, blue blurs are not known for giving up. Sonic wouldn't approve, and why would he? Thought for a minute I may have messed up there. Okay, get the spin dash out. I need it. And the Fire Blast's gonna come out on the other side, isn't it? Yes, it is. Come on, spin dash. Go to the left, jump over it. Okay. Got one of the weak points. That's progress. If I seriously pull all this off with just no rings to spare, I am officially a god. Okay, go away, go away. Of course, I'm not gonna get lucky enough to have extra rings come up, am I? Nope, and these will have hitboxes, I think? Yep. Wow, I cannot believe I avoided that! Which one's gonna fire? Okay, the one on the right this time. So they'll alternate from the left to the right. Yes, they will. But I have to hit him while he's attacking. That's what makes this difficult. Shoot! Yeah, that's definitely gonna make this difficult. I have to be quick. But at least they'll fire in a complete circle and no further than that. Maybe I can work with... Oh god, I flirted with death right there. Holy crap. This is hard as heck. but I should know how to beat this boss. I've beaten it before. Just not in this rendition of the game. And of course I would die there, having no rings and all, but I just realized, did I knock the projectile away with the insta-shield? If so, then hope may not be lost yet. A large part of that fail was because of me being complete klutz in the first app boss. I meant the very first phase of the second app boss. Blake, come on, stop stumbling over your commentary. It's not that difficult. Okay, now I know what's so difficult about this first phase. Yeah, it's bouncing me... I thought it was bouncing me towards the claw, so that doesn't seem to be true. The problem is they have a hitbox on the way back up. That's why I'm getting hit so much. But this time, we had a lot of luck clearing out this first phase. A lot faster than usual. This second phase took a bit of time and patience, but I believe we can get this. Alright, so not gonna bounce me forward but trap every time I damage Eggman. That's comforting. That's comforting. But yo, frustration aside, I am so glad the Sonic 3 boss theme came into play for the Panic Puppet boss. I am so glad to hear it. Undeniably one of the best boss themes in the game, and all without sounding modernized too. Like in the style of modern Sonic, if that makes any sense. All the same though, you cannot imagine the enormous sigh of relief that will escape me when all of this is said and done. Make no mistake though, I won't go back and give this game another playthrough. Because I did promise you all Tails and Knuckles playthroughs of this game. I don't know when they'll happen though, but rest assured that they definitely will. Okay, second phase complete. Now, I feel a bit more relaxed with one ring at the ready. And now that I know what to expect from this third phase, I can time an attack appropriately without getting hurt. Okay, how will the right arm fire its bullets? Okay, it'll start to the left and then work to the right. Same with the left arm, I'm assuming. Start to the left. No, to the right, actually. What if I did this? Darn it, I timed it too soon. If the left arm goes towards the right when it's shooting... Darn it! I mistimed it again. But I wonder though, will the firepower change direction if I step to a specific side of the arm that's firing? Okay, okay, 2 hits, 2 hits. That's what's up. Okay, that's okay. I can pick that back up. If you couldn't tell, I'm very focused. Because I have a lot to redeem myself for. Usually I feel comfortable as heck playing Sonic games, but right now, I'm out of my comfort zone. Okay, 2 hits. I think we just need 1 more, and we're finally done. Ah, shoot. Oh, but the Insta-Shield did knock the projectiles away, so I wasn't going crazy. Ah! Your boy wasn't going too nuts. Oh! Eggman just took off inside a special stage ring! You know what that means, guys. We do have all the Chaos Emeralds. And the Flickies are coming in. Undoubtedly to give me their power to help me beat Eggman once and for all. They conjured a special stage ring. Yo, this is where it gets real! There was a piece of dialogue in the original 3D Blast that read, "Prepare to fight the final weapon." And then this boss happened. So, is it going to work exactly like it did in 3D Blast? Because all of the Act 2 bosses were essential recreations. Okay, is that an opportunity to attack him? Yes, it is. Dodge the lasers and then go all in. Then he'll shoot a multicolored flamethrower. And I assume he's gonna shoot another one. Yes, he is. Okay, keep moving to the right or the left. And as I was kind of afraid of, Supersonic is not going to play a factor in this final boss. Because he didn't in the original 3D Blast. I guess it makes sense that he wouldn't this time. Oh, I know this. But it doesn't crush you to death this time, it just damages you. It was probably not a good idea to pick up that last ring though, because I wanted to save one in case I lost a life. but it may or may not be necessary, depending on how this goes. I should have known. Hey, oh, I just now realized, but the Flickies are flying all around Sonic while he's fighting this last boss. Wow! That is awesome! Okay, I gotta avoid all of this bouncing ammunition. You are really pushing my Sonic skills to their limits, Sonanuck. But although it may not sound like I'm appreciative of the fact, I am. Okay, I think it was 6 hits, was it? I think the last time, well, not the last time. I think the original took like 12, was it? Ah! I didn't realize there was a gap. I think that may very well have been the first and only, or rather the second bottomless pit that I've seen in this fan game. Oh, of course I wouldn't be able to land the first hit just as the boss started. That would have made this way too easy, wouldn't it? Alright. Now this feels easy to dodge. Because my memory of the original boss is coming back to me pretty quickly, so I think that's helping. Kinda odd how this doesn't feel as hard as a Panic Puppet at 1 boss. But watch, I'm gonna jinx myself. Again! I have a terrible habit of that. In fact, I don't know what it is, but sometime when you play games on camera, like on stream or just when recording and whatnot, you find yourself doing worse than you normally would, but then you go back to a private setting and you suddenly do just fine. Also, why on earth would you add a bottomless pit to this boss? It wasn't in 3D Blast. Don't answer that though. Okay, let's jump back into the center. Nail Eggman in the cockpit. Obscenely. I should have known it was a bad idea to move all the way to the right of the stage. I think it would help if I start at like one end of the stage and then move towards the center so I can make the missiles avoid me entirely. Maybe that would help. I have to go like to the very center of the boss, or it won't actually start attacking me. Jump, 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 boom. But yo, this is so awesome. The Flickies are actually backing Sonic when he's fighting Eggman to save their island. As hard as this fan game is played, I really wish the original 3D Blast was just like this. Yes, a lot more salt would have flown, but it would have been worth it. Let's be real here. It makes the feeling of accomplishment all the much better when you finally figured it out. That was one of my biggest reasons I enjoyed playing games as a kid so much, for the feeling of accomplishment. After struggling to figure out a particular section in a game. I think a lot of you can relate. And here they come. Jump back to the center. Give Eggman a piece of your mind. I think this is where the missile will start falling. And there were 6 of them. I counted correctly. Oh, the bouncing ammunition. I don't know why I wasn't ready for that. Oh, but wait. I can instant shield. Or, no. I'm just going to die like an idiot. Again. Hopefully we don't get a game over again. That would be demoralizing. Just we're on the verge of beating the game, too. I didn't mean to pick up, like, 3 rings to the left, but whatever. What else could go wrong? I fought this boss in 3D Blast before. I should not be struggling so bad. Just like with the other Act 2 bosses, he's made this one a complete rework of the original. So, struggling against it so much as I am right now, it's starting to not make sense to me. But again, it will just make the feeling of accomplishment all the more enjoyable. All in all, 3D Blast was a fun experience, and I mean the original, not the fan game. It was a fun experience, but it certainly had its harrowing moments. I think in particular for me, the Panic Puppet Act 2 boss was probably the most annoying that I've dealt with. Based on what I remember, anyway. Missiles? Yes, missiles. Run slowly, and then time it just right. Okay, there's the edge. Ammunition. 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 Okay, knock that projectile away. I've got them skills on deck, boy. Jump. 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 Boom. Okay, is this a flamethrower? I think he's going into a second cycle where he's repeating his attacks. So I think we're starting to get there. Go to the left. It would have been so cool if he supersonic Thatcher into his final boss. But I can live with the fact that it doesn't. Okay, now I know which one this is. I know which one this is. This is easy to avoid. Just take your time, and then wait for the countdown noise to near its end, then move out of the way so the hand will strike nothing but the floor. Then you have to go directly to the center, and time your jump to avoid the two fists just as coming back towards one another, and then he'll leave himself vulnerable. Missiles, 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 missiles. Is he going to fire them again? No, he's not. Okay, bouncing ammunition time. Well, I tried to bounce him away the insta-shield, but that's okay. That's better than dying. I think this is it! No, it's not. He's still alive. How many hits does this guy take? I think he landed like 10. Now I'm getting kind of worried. Okay, multicolored flamethrower, let's go. I'm gonna save that. Well, I'm so glad I made that decision to save that ring. This is why. Save the flame. Your boy did it! Your boy finally did it! Did we? No? Why is the Doomsday music playing? Oh my god, the Death Egg robot? Yo, I'm nerding out so hard. And to think, just a bit ago I was saying Supersonic would not factor into this game, and here he is. Does this work the way I think it does, though? Okay, so we have to move to the right, and... Oh, we got ourselves our boost, boys! We got ourselves our boost. And unlike in Sonic Mania, it doesn't cost us any rings to use. But does it speed up the consumption of them, though? We're already down to less than 20. I can't lose too many of these. Oh god, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We didn't get a checkpoint. If we die here, we have to beat the first boss again, don't we? Yep. Okay, so we made it back to the Supersonic phase. And apparently, we got very little to work with in the way of getting rings back while trying to catch up to the Death Egg robot. So evidently, there is a second phase to the final boss after all, and it involves Supersonic. Just like in Sonic 3, we had to catch up to the Death Egg, but not to reclaim the Master Emerald. We're doing it to liberate all of Flicky Island, and the best way to do that is to abuse the boost as much as you can without getting hit yourself to take him out. And just as I feared, I think the use of the boost is speeding up the consumption of the rings. That's the tricky part of this that worries me. I think we can do this, though. We got a lot of hits in already. And it was just enough to seal the deal. Woo! Oh god, Angel Island? Or is that meant to be the substitute for Flicky Island? Hey, Sonic with the Chaos Emeralds! Yo! He's using the Chaos Emeralds to dispel all the influence Eggman has had on Flicky Island! That is so cool! Bro, this fan game was so rewarding just to look at when you finally clear it. That was awesome! That was so awesome! I can't put into words how overjoyed I feel over what I saw. this guy not only turned 3D Blast into 2D Blast, he made it so much better. If a bit more challenging, but the original was also challenging, so I can forgive that. And holy crap, dude, what an experience it was. And let me just say this, many thanks to Sodanut for giving Supersonic a shred of importance in this fan game. Cause Lord knows the original 3D Blast had no room for Supersonic, and I will always wonder why. Holy God. You wanna know how long it took me to finally beat Panic Puppet? The time to this video is not gonna show you that much, but it took me over an hour. But, as frustrating as the first act was, every second invested into this stage was worth it. It was worth it. Playing the entire game was worth it. I cannot thank Sodanut nearly enough for giving us this game, and if y'all haven't checked it out for yourselves yet, I've been linking it in the description below my videos every time I post about this game, and I will continue to do so for this last video, so make sure you go and check that out. Just, be prepared to get frustrated relatively quickly, because the game will challenge you in that respect. You can't always go too fast, you can't just blindly platform. You really have to exercise deliberate control over your characters, even in the special stages, to get something done. Because this game doesn't hold your hand. But just because the game is hard doesn't necessarily make it bad. Like, at all. It ultimately comes down to your degree of experience, depending on the game that you're playing, and usually the more you play it, the better you do at it. It's like studying for a test. The more you study for a test, the better you're likely to do in the final test. All that said and done though, this playthrough has been a pleasure to provide, and Lord knows I may be revisiting this game because now that I've seen that little cutscene involving when Knuckles pressed the switch that took Sonic up an elevator into the second act of Panic Puppet, I wonder, do we also see a different storyline if we take Knuckles to the game instead of Sonic? If Sodanut sees this, I'd like him to clarify that for me, because if so, I would like to go and check that out. But if not, then, well, I'll probably revisit this game at some point anyway, just to play it with Tails and Knuckles. Because the beauty of Sonic games, there are a different playstyle between each of the main characters, so the more the merrier. And that's the golden trio taking off on the tornado. Huh? Oh! Eggman not looking all too happy. Okay, that settles it. We are totally going to play this game again. The extra menu is now unlocked. Access to play with bonus characters and more. Oh, Amy's hanging all over Sonic in the opening screen now. Dude. Bro! What an ending to this playthrough if there ever was one. I'm literally sweating all over. You probably can't see it, but trust me, I am sweating. Huh? What's the screen up there? Oh, I see. So now that you've beaten the game, you can start from any level you want. And now can we look at the extras menu? Yes, we can. We can set it here to play as Amy. And, oh, there are Tails options? What does the spin type mean exactly? Something to do with the spin dash animation? And you can change his name to Miles or Tails. Okay, I respect that touch-up. And you can change Knuckles' palette for the cutscenes. Well, as it would turn out, there's a bit more about this game to discover. Play 3D Blast as Amy? I was not expecting that. Well, we're definitely going to be revisiting this game, but for now, I'm going to give it its well-deserved break. Cause if you don't mind my saying so, I've invested more than enough sweat into this game as it is. I need a break. That will do it for this video. I will see you all in my next playthrough. If you loved what you saw, you know the best way to let me know about that, and with your likes and comments. Make sure to leave those. And to keep up my Sonic content, drop those subscriptions and ring that bell so that you guys will stay notified. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take myself a little break. But I hope you all enjoy this video once it does come out, because I put a lot of effort into making this one. Even if, for the most part, it was just playing a game. So, take care, y'all. Blue blurs for life. And from the last time this video, thanks to Sonanuk for giving us Sonic 3D and 2D. It was very evidently a labor of love, sweat, and tears. And it's paid off, man. Pat yourself on the back. Even if it did invoke a lot of salt in me in the process. But it's not much of a game if it doesn't challenge you. You know what I'm saying? Alright. I'm out, people. Peace. Have a good day.